I came to this work in 1998. I learned about Lee's work in 1998 in advance of publishing a book on relationships. And I expected that experience to involve, as it did, book tours and radio shows and TV shows and addresses in front of large groups. Now, I've been in front of groups my whole life. I've done a little bit of acting in high school, junior high school. I was the president of my school, editor of my newspaper. I would always jump up in front of groups, but I was always a little uncomfortable. I just wasn't in my power. And I had to do this big thing in the world. So I came to speaking circles. Now, I'm a psychotherapist. That's my training. So what I realized when I came to those groups, and I could stand in front of 8 or 10 people, breathe, not speak if words weren't coming to me, speak if they were. What I realized doing that work, now I did speaking circles from 1998 to 2003, weekly. So I did 5 years of weekly circles, 5 years. And what I found was that the experiences of being mirrored. Now, mirroring is a childhood need. Kids need to be mirrored adequately. They need to be mirrored for their emotional truth, for their somatic truth, for, of course, their intellectual truth, for their hopes and dreams. Negative mirroring, toxic mirroring, is one of the great forces of personality corruption. It's one of the great abusers in life. Now, we get mirrored by not only our parents, but our brothers and sisters and aunties and uncles and all of our friends. And all of us, myself included, have catalogs of experience of toxic or negative or pernicious or jealous, envious, ugly mirroring. And what I realized coming to those groups and standing there in front of people who were looking, accepting, and loving is nothing less than a corrective emotional experience. I like to tell Lee I came for the cookies and I stayed for the milk. Mother's milk. It healed me as much as psychotherapy has healed me. And I've done a lot of therapy. I had a lot of toxic mirroring. Did I mention that I had a psychopath father? So that's another little tidbit, footnote. Rough guy, rough man. And we would spar, verbally, intellectually. I only realized later that he didn't have a conscience, but I certainly knew something was wrong. And that laid down tapes inside me that were troublesome, difficult. And this work, this repeated experience of getting up in front of people, falling on my face sometimes, having nothing to say, having lots to say, and always, undeniably feeling loved and accepted, healed me. So speaking in groups, in front of groups is important to me. I did publish the book. I did Good Morning America. I was on Fox and Friends, Don't Tell. I was on radio shows. I spoke in front of big groups all over the world. I led workshops in front of hundreds of people all over the world. So I did all that. But mainly, speaking circles for me was a transformational experience in terms of my feeling of personhood. So if I were to say one thing to you about my experience of why speaking circles is so effective in terms of helping people develop their speaking style, whether it's overcoming stage fright on the one hand or becoming a more powerful professional speaker on the other, I would say that it has the component of built-in positive mirroring. So if you have the experience of being positively mirrored in front of groups in a speaking circle format, you can take that experience out into the world, wherever you are, whether you're in front of a hostile group, and I've been in front of them, or a very friendly one, and you have the experience of the positive mirroring in your brain. There are neural networks that exist that paint you as confident from within so that you don't need the audience to be with you. And it's the best way to then bring the audience with you.
Yeah. Thank you. Yay.